everybody, welcome. Today's video is going to be a new kind of series that I'm trying out, a new video concept. I actually got this from a YouTuber named, let me find her. Her name is Nicole Renee Cutler, I believe. She actually lives very close to where I live, and it's kind of weird watching her vlogs, but in a good way, because I recognize the places where she vlogs and I know them because I've been there, and it's kind of a weird feeling, but she has some really amazing videos. I was watching her a while back. So for some reason I stopped watching her. That's a helicopter that's pretty annoying. What is that helicopter doing up there? Seriously, there's nothing really interesting going on in my town for that. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I was watching her for a little bit, but then I sort of stopped watching her. I feel like it's because I just forgot about her, because I don't know, I'm just weird. But recently I was trying to track her down again because I was thinking in my head, I remember her because I really liked her videos and I don't know her name because I forgot it, but I remember really liking what she was putting out. So I was pretty much going through my search history, going through like videos, trying to find this girl, and I found her and I've been watching her ever since, and I have really been liking her videos recently. So anyway, that's a big tangent, but my point is, she started this thing a few months ago, basically calling it like Flashback Friday, taking old palettes that she thought that people weren't talking about and making videos about them, making tutorials about them, using them again, and just experimenting. So she basically did that. So I was like, that is actually a pretty good idea. I want to do the same thing. I'm sure people have done it, but she's the one that came up, I believe, with a Flashback Friday kind of thing, as far as my knowledge. So I want to give credit to her for coming up with this. This is the Lorac Pro Palette, and this, my friends, is the original palette. This is one of the palettes that I first bought, and when I was first getting into makeup, when I was first starting my lovely, loving relationship with cosmetics, I was really interested in this palette, and I bought it, and I was so excited about it. Everyone was talking about it, and I mean, it's a perfect palette. It has like all these neutrals. It has a row of mattes and then a row of metallic colors. It is a really beautiful palette that people really haven't been talking about that recently at all. So I decided to create this look using this palette, using just the colors in this palette, nothing else. So if you want to see how to create this makeup look, the tutorial will be in this video. That's pretty much it for this intro. I hope you guys enjoy this video. God, I need to stretch. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. I feel like this is my sword. I'm gonna battle demons now. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in a sec with a bare naked face, and then we'll slowly build up to this. I'm starting off using this little stick foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills. By the way, I have used this palette so much that this mirror is completely cracked. Sorry, I'm blinding you. But you can see like that crack right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip you guys off. But you can see several cracks there, and that, funny story, that actually happened when I sat on it. I know. I mean, don't judge me. But I sat on it, and since then it has never been the same again. It was a very stressful day. I used to use this color all the time for like a base shadow, because I was like, I have to use a base shadow because that's what all the YouTube beauty gurus tell me to do, so I have to do it, and of course it is a good thing to do. But I just remember very clearly like using this shadow all the time in almost every single makeup look. Hell no, like in every single makeup look. And I feel like I've almost hit pan on this already, so I'm just going to use it again. The next color I'm going to use is taupe. This is this pukey brown color right here. I used to use this all the time. I was obsessed with this color. I was like, transition color, got it. It didn't matter if I wasn't that good at makeup because I really wasn't that fantastic, but that color just was so important to me and I loved it so much. This just gives me serious nostalgia because it has been a while since I last picked up this eyeshadow palette. It has been a long while. And see, these colors are still very blendable. Just because this is not the newest palette doesn't mean the quality is by any means out of date. It is still up there. It is still really good. and I still love it. Next, I'm dipping into Sable. I want to try and use some of these colors right here because like they're so beautiful, dark and rich and dramatic. So I'm going to apply this just below where I applied taupe. Oh geez, I've forgotten how. Yeah, see, this is still pretty pigmented. I forgot that it is so pigmented. But it's really easy to blend anyway, so that's just fine. I'm taking this bigger, fluffier brush, I'm dipping it into taupe, and I'm going to go over my eye just to make sure everything's a little bit more blended. Now I'm going to be using this stiffer brush, and I'm going to dip it into Espresso. So this is going to go into my outer corner, and this will provide a little bit more of an intensity to this look. After packing the color on, I'm then going in with a slightly smaller, more detailed brush. I'm just going to clean up some areas that I feel like need a little bit more of a blending. I'm kind of cleaning up my eye a little bit using the smaller brush. And I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but I have fallout like right on the edge of my nose, so that wasn't what I was saying before. This palette does have fallout, so you have to be conscious of that. However, it will turn out to be perfectly fine once we brush it off and I put foundation on top. I want to actually try and use this color right here. When I first got this palette, I barely used this color at all, but one time I just swatched it and I was like, why did I not try this color? Because it really is beautiful. It is like this unique looking, like shimmery gray color. It looks so beautiful. And I love it. So I'm going to use this in the center of my lid, but to make sure that it really pops, I want to apply a little bit of this Anastasia stick foundation on top of like the middle part of my eyelid. I'm not sure if this will turn out well or not, but we'll see what happens. My goal was just to create a blank canvas for me to easily apply this eyeshadow because I don't want this to get muddy quickly. So I feel like if I do this, it will help things out a little bit. I'm not really going to bother trying to make it look even because we're going to be covering it up anyway. So I'm just going to use my finger and apply this like right on top. And you can see that because we applied the foundation underneath, it is looking really vibrant. I'm using this brush from Urban Decay. This is like a pretty tight crease brush, and I'm going to dip into Sable, and I'm going to apply this into my crease, but I'm also going to apply it into my inner corner as well. So I have sort of like this halo eye effect going, and also so that this looks a little bit more framed and a little bit more well done, if that makes any sense. So far this is all I'm doing for my eyeshadow right now. I'm really quickly going to do some of the rest of my makeup, such as my face makeup and my eyebrows, and then we'll come back and we can continue with the bottom lash line. I look like a normal person again, except that I have like really bold brows right now. Okay, so now I'm going to continue and I'm going to do my lower lash line. I'm going to take, which brush should I use? Yeah. Well, Oh wait, yes, come here. Come to mama. See, this is what I do on a daily basis. I talk to myself, and sometimes it's when I'm alone. Oh my god, I just dropped something. Sometimes it's when I'm alone. Other times it's when I'm with people. I feel like I do this in front of people that understand me though. They get me, you know? So if I'm not alone and I'm talking to myself, people understand. So yeah. I'm going to go into taupe first just to run this on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go into Sable. This time I'm going to concentrate this closer to my natural lash line instead of just like in my under eye area in general. Now I'm just being a little bit more specific. Finally, I'm taking an even smaller brush. This one's from Eco Tools, and I'm going to be using this to pick up Espresso. This is that dark brown color from earlier. And I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm just going to concentrate this right there in that specific area, just to give it smokiness and so I can elongate my eye a little bit more. Something that I've learned through experience and through watching some videos on YouTube is that it's a lot easier to blend something out, especially on the lower lash line when you have several colors to work with. When they're all like a similar gradient, like these three colors right here, it's just easier to blend if you use all three of them and you use it in like this specific manner. That's just how it is for me. I want to use this gold color. I mean, I really like it, so I'm not sure if I should put this in my inner corner and risk ruining the look, or if I just should put it in my lower lash line. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I'm just going to put it in my inner corner. But I'm also going to use a brush just to paint this into my lower lash line, just about halfway. So I'm giving myself that hint of gold, but not too much. Okay, now I'm going to use a quick coat of mascara, and then we can move on to my eyelashes. For lashes, I'm using these House of Lashes, and this is in style Noir Fairy Light. You guys don't know this, but whenever I'm putting on my lashes, I find the music very essential. You know that you are really obsessed with making videos when your camera battery dies and you have 2 on standby. I feel so proud of myself. That seriously, that is a big accomplishment for me. So right now, I'm actually see. I'm wondering why I look all pink all of a sudden. Is it just me, or do I look pinker right now and like on camera? I don't know. Okay, so Anyway, so for my lips, I was right in the middle of this when the camera cut off. I wanted to use my favorite lip combination, and lately it has been this Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner, and this is in the shade A Bear to Comment. And this lip liner, it is so cheap and it is pretty good, and no one ever talks about it. I actually got this from Jessica Braun, I believe, here on YouTube. She recommended it and I love it, so I'm recommending it to you guys. Over the rest of my lips, I have been using this really beat up looking tube of lipstick. This is from Wet n Wild again, and this is called number 902C. It's one of my favorite nudes. For me, honestly, this looks amazing. It's one of my favorite lip combinations for the fall time. What is on my wrist? Oh yeah, eyeshadow. So for my highlight, I was going to do this off camera, but then I was like, I have to do this on camera. This is the new and repackaged Kylie Jenner highlight. Okay, let me see what this is called. But anyway, this is like her loose pigment highlight, and this is in the shade Santorini. She actually came out with this a while back, but I believe back then the packaging was a little bit off, kept spilling. A lot of people were commenting on that, but the formula itself is still the same, and it is beautiful. It is pretty much like the brightest pigment ever. It is amazing, and I'm going to be using it today. So I'm just going to be using the pigment that's left in the lid, and I'm going to take my little highlighter brush and I'm going to use it to apply, and you can see that that is a pretty intense highlight right off the bat. So what I found with this is that it's best to like sort of go over it several times and just kind of attempt to try and blend it out because it is so bright. But honestly, this is about $15. I honestly believe that this will last me a very long time. I'm not sure how much they give in the pot, but since this is a pigment and you just need a little bit, I already know this is going to last me a long time, so I would highly recommend it to you guys. And that's coming from me, who doesn't usually recommend Kylie products because I'm not really a big fan of the brand, but I do love this specific product, which is why I am telling you guys about it. I'm also going to take a little bit into my brow bone. So that's about it for this entire video. This is a finished look. Again, I created this using the Lorac Pro Palette. This is a palette that I honestly forgot about, and I'm so glad that I challenged myself to come out and try it again and use it again because I am obsessed with this look. I hope you enjoyed this video and this look as much as I did. Hopefully this will encourage you to go out and try some of your palettes that you may have been overlooking recently, or you may have not necessarily heard a lot of people talk about. But that doesn't mean that the makeup itself is bad. I just feel like it's important to talk about some of the old amazing things that we have forgotten. So that's why I decided to make this video. So yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for watching until the end of this video. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.